Okay guys, we have to talk about hired muscle and the way it can fundamentally warp a specific set of crises. If you're not familiar with hired muscle, it's an unaffiliated tactics card that reads, any character may spend 1 power to play this card. Each civilian token within range 3 of this character is placed within range 2 of its current position. Currently, there are 5 crises that this can impact. I don't think it's very good on evacuate citizens. It's hard for it to break the symmetry of that crisis. Similarly, the mutant extremist's objective is only a civilian after it's flipped, limiting hired muscle's usefulness. And while it can be powerful on missing witnesses and spider infected, I want to focus on Skrulls. But before we get into that, let's talk about how I fell down this rabbit hole. I'm a Web Warriors player, and there are 3 pretty big crisis weaknesses: spider portals, meteors, and demons downtown. In an effort to fix this, I've come up with a way to not participate in the secure in a strategy I'm calling Spider Goons. So step 1, we're going to use Thanos and the Reality Gem to help us find the Skrull. With the Reality Gem, we can count the skull as a crit, raising our odds of finding the Skrull from 22% to 44% per attempt. Pretty good, but not reliable yet. Next, we are going to use Hired Muscle to move the civilian tokens closer to Thanos, allowing him to make 2 attempts on turn 1. This brings our odds of finding the Skrull to 69%. Nice. If you succeed at getting the Skrull, congratulations, the toughest character in the game is holding a 2-point per turn objective. If you fail, it's pretty hard for the opponent to prevent you from attempting again. So where do we go from here? Let's say we're on Demons Downtown. Your opponent can only score a max of 3 points a turn from this secure. So to keep parity, we only need to stop them from scoring 1 point. We are going to use our spider tricks as well as Thanos to limit their points. From here we are going to play a full attrition match where they have to stand on points that incinerate them and have to spread out across 3 points, while we get to bunker up and protect Thanos. Thanos also greatly increases the output of the spiders via Death's Decree. A situation where Miles gets dazed, then activates first the next round can be kinda silly when using Death's Decree in conjunction with All Webbed Up and Web Swing to throw 12 dice. The Spider Goons plan also works on meteors. At first glance it seems kind of rough. We have to spread out to cover the 3 points, the spiders are fragile and power starved, so flipping meteors is expensive and damages them, but here's the key. We are going to turtle up again, playing for attrition. We will focus our fighting across only 2 of the points of the secure. They will likely win the first few turns of the secure, letting them score 3 points to our 2 points. But when we win the secure, we will score 5 points to their 0, allowing us to make up a ton of ground and pull way ahead. Okay, let's discuss the Achilles heel of this strategy: losing control of the Skrull. Thankfully, we have a lot of tools to protect Thanos. First, we have the Web Warrior leadership, giving Thanos a reroll and the ability to reroll skulls. Second, we have the Reality Gem, allowing Thanos to crit more and block more. Third, Thanos himself reduces damage by 1. Fourth, we have Lifesaver to pull Thanos to safety from big scary beaters like Corvus and MODOK. Fifth, Recalibration Matrix is one of our tactics cards. Web Warriors don't normally play this card due to our low hit point pools and difficulty paying for it, but the reroll skull synergy is nice here. Let's say Punisher spends a bunch of punishment tokens and does a 9 dice attack into Thanos. He gets 5 hits and a wild and 3 skulls. Normally this would be pretty devastating, with his wild pierce negating one of our blocks and 6 incoming damage. But with Recalibration Matrix, we can make him reroll his attack dice, minus the skulls, which cannot be rerolled, while Thanos still gets to reroll any skulls in his defense roll due to Miles' leadership. Plus, Pierce has already modified our dice before the reroll, so any wilds he rerolls into will not trigger Pierce again. Finally, let's say the disaster scenario has occurred, and your opponent has dazed Thanos and is now holding the Skrull. Well, we are in Web Warriors. Miles can use his Venom Strike to hopefully get it back into the right hands. So that's Spider Goons. And while I think it's quite strong in spiders, I wouldn't be shocked to find out that Guardian Goons or some other affiliation does it even better. What do you guys think of this strategy? Are you going to try it in your next match? Or does Asgard do it better? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to secure the subscribe button. I'm Vincent Curkov, and this has been How to Play Spider Goons.